Okay, so many of you asked me to make a video from the outside, but unfortunately London is so windy all the time. It's impossible to make a video that's not noisy and windy. Today is a sunny day, so I thought I should take the car out, find somewhere in the countryside, something quiet where I can do some filming. Welcome to London and the joys it brings. It's such an annoying city, unfortunately. I have just had it. I have been talking about it for 2 years, but I'm so ready to leave. I put my house on the market because I just can't bear this anymore. Right, so as you can see, it says hello Ethan, and don't know why the sat-nav is not waking up. So we found a problem by the looks of it. The first problem. I started the car and the sat-nav screen and everything seems to be dead. Usually the solution to these things, as I found out with the Ferrari, is to turn everything off and turn it back on. So we're going to lock the car, unlock it, and then see still not waking up. Seems like the universe doesn't want me to make any more YouTube videos, because whenever I try to do something, either the cameras fail or the car fails or something happens. So I have now decided I'm going to drive up to my destination anyway, because I know exactly where I need to go and I don't need the sat-nav for it. But it's very frustrating that the whole PCM has stopped working for no reason. I came out to make some videos, go out to the countryside because it's a sunny day, and the PCM died. So that's the Porsche communication management system, as it's called. I took the car to my nearest workshop and they put the diagnostic system in. When they do a test, the PCM switches on, but as soon as they unplug it, it switches off. And obviously they're not Porsche authorized dealers, so they couldn't do anything, and they could just look at the diagnostics to see if there was anything majorly wrong. It drives perfectly fine, so obviously the mechanical system and the back-end computer is working, but the PCM isn't working, which means I can't use the phone, I can't use the sat-nav, I can't listen to music, I can't control the air conditioning because everything is electronic now. And yeah, it's a bloody pain. That's why I hate technology stuffed into cars, because when the technology fails, everything stops working. And with these cars, technology is always a problem. This is a German car and it still has problems. Now you can understand why I was so frustrated with the Italian car. The good thing is it still can do this. What is this? Cattle crossing? No one crossing, no nothing. Bizarre. Huzzah. No other car can handle roundabouts like this. Planted, glued to the road. Watch this. Not even the slightest movement. All the anger with the PCM and the electronics not working is okay. You can deal with it when you're enjoying the car so much. Porsche torque vectoring, superb. I've not been able to do this with any other car. I think the last time I did it was in my 911 GTS. The Ferrari, no way. I don't think it could do this. Because these bends are so sharp, and then when you go downhill, car really needs to control every tire, every wheel, every inch of it. As I was driving home from the day out, feeling miserable that the brand new car had this massive problem, I called 2 Porsche centers and booked the car in, explained the situation to them. Then the people from Porsche head office rang me because I complained that the trip data wasn't updating onto the app, which has been an ongoing problem. And they called to say, well, we are still chasing this up with Germany and we haven't had any feedback, but we haven't forgotten about you and we're working on it. So I told them as well that the PCM has died. Anyway, I was having such a miserable day thinking that I can't control the aircon, I can't do anything, like the stop-start feature is in here, the maps, the music, so it was just driving in silence feeling shit about this brand new car. And guess what? It wasn't a fault. It was just my lack of knowledge and their lack of knowledge as well, because no one out of all these 4 people that I spoke to told me that this was a feature, that you can turn off the PCM. Who knew? I didn't turn it off, as you saw. I just switched on the engine. It just turned itself off. But I didn't know how to switch it back on because there's nothing that says. Anyway, the left volume button, if you press and hold it for a few seconds, it switches off the PCM and you can switch it back on by pressing and holding it. So when I was driving back, I was thinking, all these things have power buttons, and how come there is no power button here? Maybe they just wanted you to switch off the screen, because there is an option to switch off the display. So I was like, yeah, I was just pressing all the buttons thinking it should be something, and then suddenly when I pressed the volume button, lo and behold, the PCM switched on. So it wasn't the fault after all. So I am reporting back because I thought I should let you guys know, since this could be a funny video of an average Joe moron who doesn't know how to use his own car. But one of my viewers suggested that I should have these catchy thumbnails that says about issues that I have with the car, and now I really have a serious issue that I can discuss and have a nice thumbnail. So there you go. Thanks for your advice.